Hello, I am Orange Cat again, and this is my review for episode 4 of Fully Coolly Alternative. I'll start with some things I really liked in this episode. The comedy throughout was just top notch. Like, basically, the whole basketball scene in the middle, from like what Kana did in the basketball scene. I can't even list all the stuff she did. She did a lot of funny stuff in that scene. And also the game itself, what went on, Har- Haruko flirting with the manager of the team, borderline sexually assaulting him multiple times, and just that whole scene was just fucking hysterical. Let's be honest here, that was pretty amazing. Another thing I really liked about this episode was again the performance by Haruko did so many different voices in this. If you pay attention, like you have the scene in the basketball where she's like flirting, and she does this like different, I guess, seductive voice in the scene where I guess she's being tested, like the flashback being tested by the guy who, as we know from the promo from the next episode, was secretly working for MM the whole time. So I actually called it wrong because I thought that the president lady was actually working for MM the whole time, but whatever. Another stuff I really liked about this episode, I liked, I really liked the scene towards the end with, I forgot the boy's name, the basketball manager that Kana had a crush on, with Kana, and how they were talking like that storage closet. Just how that scene went down was very well done. Again, like the previous episodes, I love the character dynamic between the four main girls. Now, let me go into some stuff I didn't necessarily like about it. I did not like the ending. If you include Progressive and if you include the original series, I think this was the weakest fight of the whole thing. It felt very forced in, if you actually pay attention. For an anime in which I've complained was starting to get too slice of life to really capture that fully coolly essence, it really was knocking it out of the park this episode. But then you're like, oh wait, we have to sneak a robot fight in there, so you just have Haruko just one move dunking on this giant Chicago Bull Monstar ripoff. Yeah. And other stuff I really liked about, but it was just, it's a small thing against the episode. It's like ironic how the action in it really was the part that was lacking, while the slice of life stuff was doing amazing. The exact opposite complaints I had for Progressive, really. And I'll go on and say that one thing I kind of disliked was how we were kind of misled a little by the promo of this episode. If you paid attention to the promo of this episode, it's Haruko talking with the guy. Can't even remember his name, the Armoro ripoff, because that's basically what he is. And basically, what he does is that he's saying, MM's gonna strike. You better not fuck this up. You better not be doing some dumb shit. He's like, nah, fuck you. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. I'm Haruko. I'm like, I'm already raping a 15-year-old boy. You can't stop me. Plus, I already had sex with you and you just have a tiny squirt gun. Some baby shark. Do 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 baby shark do 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 do, so on and so forth. Also just and but one other overlying issue I have so far is that everything's just so damn predictable, other than the twist. And that's only a twist because I predicted that the wrong person ended up being the MMA the whole time. Yeah, I believe at the end of the episode, like I said again, I'm kind of mixed about how Kana ended up deciding, oh, I really didn't like him the whole time. Like, yeah, I like you, but I'm not ready for you. Like, it's very anticlimactic in a way because it's pretty clear throughout the whole series that she loves this boy, and to at least be like, "Hey, I want to be like really good friends," and she's like, "No, no, wait, sorry, I'm infatuated and I can't be with you right now." That's again another very small complaint. Like I said, a very solid upset up and down, especially with the comedy, especially with the slice of life elements. And also the very ending too was another small thing I kind of disliked about this episode, particularly revolving around how it was just the four girls talking, laughing, and then Kana saying some stock speech about, I don't want any of this to ever change. Even though I'm pretty sure at least two of the other three episodes ended with a similar speech. Like I said, it's getting very redundant. And that's the biggest complaint I have so far about alternative in general, which really carried on in this episode, is that it's a very redundant formula. Like, oh, one of the four main girls has like kind of an emotional issue. Her friends try to help her with it, and it ends with Haruko doing some crazy shit. With to be honest, Haruko instigated the issue with the second and the fourth episode too. clear Haruko's just trying to get Kana's NO. Like I said, it's very choreographed. The last two episodes are, but at least at the end, they finally showed, hey, Protocol Mechanica's about to do something epic. Steam's coming out. What do you know? The mall was a giant fucking iron the whole time. But we don't have any answers about what the pins specifically are. I guess it's like beacons for MM to be like, okay, iron this way, iron this way. These are coordinates. But I digress. If I were to give this episode a rating, I would give it an 8.5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. Like, I know I've complained about some of the elements of this episode. Really, really capture that fully coolly essence, especially with the comedic elements of the show. I am Orange Cat, and that is all.